Dennis Mccan versus Tondu. Listen, I've been following Dennis Mccan for a few years now, like when I followed Billy Joe Saunders' career, and there is no comparison to Prince Naseem Hamed, absolutely none. I think Dennis Mccan is explosive in his own right. He's got his own style. It's more of a long stretching sort of fundamental style, but his own control of distance and the way he punches is from range. He's got good distance, control of distance. He's got more of a upright, head down sort of style and good variations of punches. Likes to fight, likes to finish. Sometimes gets a bit too excited when he catches them because he's young. But once he fine-tunes that and turns that into just control, which he does have, he stalks fighters around the ring. If anything, he's more like Golovkin in that sense than, say, Naseem. He reminds me of a young-style Golovkin, the way he stalks fighters around the ring, controls it, and then control the distance, the way he shuts it with that punch. He's brilliant, and Tondu, to me, is no match for Dennis Mccan tonight. Absolutely none. I think he's going to get battered, personally. Now, he'll give it a go, but he's too small. Mccan's just like, he's got the reach, he's got the size advantage, and he's going to show like it's not just a gimmick now. The Haribo eating's funny, it's all good. I like Haribo too, love it. But that aside, maybe he is struggling with the weight or anything like that, I still think McCann's going to win tonight. He just feels like you can't out-hustle him, you can't out-fight him. You can try and outbox him, but he's got really good reflexes. That's the only thing you'd say he's like Naseem, the reflexes. But totally different fighters, different balance, different footwork. McCann doesn't hit from angles like that, but he hits and he has knockout power. And a lot of fighters are going to fall short to it. And if they want to come for a scrap, well, guess what? McCann loves that as well. Dennis Mccan, like I said, really bright prospects under Frank Warren's stable, Queensberry Boxing, and he is the future. I do feel like that. I think it's going to be a while before anyone stops this kid because he's tough. Similar to Billy Joe Saunders, like a young version of him, but he actually finishes as well. He's got a killer punch, and his timing's great, and he's really clever in the ring for such a young guy. Really clever. He lives and breathes this. Serious. So McCann, KO or points. I see a points actually, but yeah, he lives. David Avenesyan versus Osakari Metz. We've also got Sheeraz versus Jez Smith, and that's a really, really good fight. Okay, I predicted Dennis McCann's going to win. David Avenesyan, man, the way he performed against Liam Taylor, the way he absolutely dismantled Josh Kelly. He's already beat Shane Mosley on a unanimous decision. This guy is attrition king, I am telling you. I don't see anybody troubling David Avenesyan, man. The guy's just like too much. He just goes through fighters like a knife through butter. He's not the most technically gifted, but he's a roughhouse, and he can take you through the walls, and that's basically what he does. It's just like absolute constant pressure. It's like stickiness. You just suffocate when you fight David Avenesyan. The guy's a killer. Once he catches you, it's just trouble from then on. And he's well poised, and he's really methodical in his attack. It's not gung-ho. It's just basically really, really like hard to deal with. So I'm going Avenesyan with a win. And I think Sheeraz is going to beat Smith because he did well against Bradley Skeet. That's an experienced opponent that he beat. And I don't think he got the win. Bradley Skeet had bad decisions against him in that fight. But still, I think Sheeraz is going to he's got that experience with him now, and he's going to beat Jez Smith. Oh, that's quite a tough fight. But I'm going to go for Sheeraz in that as well.